I'm frequently referred to as the bull in the china shop. So with that perspective and warning, I will let you know what I think now. I think whereas I would have been unambiguously bullish with no caveats 12 months ago, I have a few caveats now, and it's really about how America has chosen to engage with China, and then trying to anticipate China's reaction function. So at the moment, these two great trading nations, the two largest economies in the world, need to cooperate to have to produce a benign environment for the world economy in general. I had expected America's engagement with China under the Trump presidency to be more gentler than it has been. I had thought it might be more theatre than reality in terms of the hostility that had been evident before we got to the point where clearly the heat was turned up to a very different degree. Now I believe I was mistaken in that assessment, that it is clearly a profoundly ideological journey that this administration's on. There is a genuine sympathy with some of the agenda that Mr. Trump has isolated from the trading partners. Europe and others have also felt the threat that China's rise, not entirely gently delivered, sometimes through non-traditional and aggressive trade practices, and sometimes definitely through intellectual property assimilation, whether that's theft or forced transfer. All of these practices have caused resentment in not just America. So he's cleverly, rightly isolated a real issue, and the way he's pursuing that agenda now relies upon cooperation from the Chinese if we are not to reach a point whereby we have not mutually assured destruction, but definitely retrograde steps that have real material economic impact. You have to judge the Chinese reaction function. Currently, it has been mature. They have recognized that their rise to the second largest economy in the world from a minnow on the global stage in 20 years presents issues. They no longer deserve to trade on terms that were associated with an emerging economy, and they are willing to give up some of the advantages that they have acquired. Do I think ultimately a deal will be struck that's good for both America and China? Yes, I do. Do I think China has actually quite a strong hand in the negotiation? Yes, I think they do. Are they in control of their own destiny? Yes, I think they are. So I think all of these things mean that Donald Trump knows he has a negotiating counterparty of mass. So they both have something to gain from some form of accommodation, and they both have a lot to lose from a lack of accommodation. So again, I'm still very optimistic about China's path, but I do think that they are in, for the first time, in a position whereby the outside world could damage them, and over the past decade, I would never have said that was the case. I would have said they were purely in control of their own destiny, and global conditions meant that their momentum forward was pretty well unstoppable.